Next up on our list is Akmu. Do you know what's really exciting, by the way? And I have to do something real quick, so if you want to skip ahead to the actual recording, I can't. But I need to go into OBS, and I need to change this little number to 81, because apparently between the last recording and this recording, someone subscribed. Thank you, person. I don't know who you were, because it doesn't tell me who. Like, especially even if you have like public subscribers on, which fun fact, you can hit publicly subscribe as your setting, and therefore like the person who you subscribe to will see that you're subscribed to them. But some people don't keep their subscriptions public for whatever reason. You do you. Here's the thing though, I'm gonna ignore all that right now because we've got ourselves another Flashback Friday. Hi, that's a Teacher Reacts Flashback Friday where we look at 5 years or older K-pop music video stuff, and I just look, hey, sometimes it's K-pop, sometimes not. It's just gonna be K-pop for a while because I'm gonna be going through my playlist and looking at a lot of old K-pop songs. And this time around, from 8 years ago, is Dinosaur by Akmu musician, or also known as Akmu. Interesting. I wanted to talk about them recently because recently they've been really getting big when it comes to like adult contemporary type of K-pop, where like a lot of older fans have been enjoying them, and they've been doing really, really well with that. And I noticed that there's been a spike of popularity because on lots of my older Akmu things that I've done, and the recent ones with Chin Hyuk's solo that he did, I hope I remembered his name correctly. I just pulled that out of my head, and I'm hoping my memory palace is correct there. But his solo he did got a lot of views even on my channel, even though I did not enjoy it that much. And their other one where they were kind of just singing in a field and stuff also got quite a bit of views on my channel as well. And they've been more consistent too. Like I'm getting still, 10 and 20 every single day and stuff, which has been really nice. And I get it. Ddog, you're a tiny YouTuber. You don't have any people who watch you. I do. I've got regulars. I have an analytics tab that tells me I've got regulars, which is nice. Now, I'm excited for this one because look, if you don't know who Akmu musician is, or Akmu, they are a duo that usually does a lot more stuff when it comes to like them in guitar and them doing more of a stripped down performance in a lot of their music, especially when they first came onto the scene with like 100% and Melted and that sort of thing, where it was very much ballad-y centric, or if it's not ballad centric like 100% was, it's still like boy and girl with fun vocals that have like guitar that we're strumming along to. This comeback, however, that had Dinosaur was different, even though it was 2017, which was the rise of like the anti-drops and that sort of thing that's happening. It was a very electronic space still in K-pop. We've talked about that before. Now, today in 2026, almost 10 years ago, or 10 years later, this is very much an EDM type of space. That's been the trend. We talk about it very much so on my channel many, many times. Interesting enough, Dinosaur falls into that category. And I wanted to go back and listen to it to see how I feel about that, because it is different than their entire discography. I remember there was backlash when this came out from their core fan base. I also remember that I wasn't a part of that core fan base, and I really enjoyed it, even though I won't listen to it all the time. I remember it being quite long. Yeah, it's almost 5 minutes long of a music video, which means it's like 4 minutes, 15 seconds, which is still quite a long time when it comes to a pop track. So we're going to see how this happens. I've been talking way too much. I'm going to press play. Do we have, we do have captions. That's exciting. But yes, spoiler alert, this is much more of an electronic EDM type of vibe. It's less focus on the vocals and more focus on just vibes, bro, which is a different thing. It's a different feeling from an Akmu stuff. Gotta get training wheels first before you start to... Yeah, don't kick it. User error, sir. If you don't know how to ride the bike, you get training wheels first. Then you have somebody push you without them, and you have like a lovely cathartic moment of I'm doing it, and then you run right into a tree. Anyway, see how we're starting with like an acoustic guitar, kind of just there, fluttery voice. Yeah, lures you in. Great, lovely. His voice is one of my favorites to listen to. Both of them together, they are great vocalists in their own right. Oh. I know she's singing and she's very good, but you still have him underneath doing a little baby harmony. Woo. Building. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah. Both of them together, exuding power, good. That power's gotta go somewhere. And in this song, it breaks. Here. And then you get the electronic dance vibe, the EDM stuff that we were talking about. It's lovely. Having them yell out Dinosaur or sing out, because it's still singing. It's still melodic. God, their vocals are so good together. Best duo. Or up there. I can't think of another duo off the top of my head that just pure vocals are tasty. But look how they go from such an intense chorus to pulling it right back in the verse to being a little bit more of that intimacy vibe. I love that sort of thing. Builds complexity in a song, and I've talked about that before. Pause. See that? Ah, love that. Love that we have a break in that music. A little bit of a not a stutter, like a sudden drop. We're back in the building. You've got that weird synth that's going in the background. Boom. Great. It's a good vibe. It's a good vibe, but it also does a great job of using voices, specifically her voice, in this chorus. So it's not just electronic things happening, it's her actual vocal making a cool melody type of thing happening too. I think this song, if it was released today, would get it would be so much more popular than it already was back then. Back then, it was mixed reaction. Now, probably not as much. They were kind of ahead of their time. This is more of that core sound we get from them in their other songs. We're gonna get a little back and forth here, right? Yeah, listen to that yeah, here it is. Look how good that does. I love It's so good in the fact that it does a great way of drawing you in, having that tension break, and then being able to reset the song so you can build up that tension again. It also has like 4 choruses or something. It's at least 3. Verse, chorus, bridge, chorus. Yeah. Yeah, great. It's lovely. It's a lovely time. Oh, that's interesting. You have new song-ish? Maybe new song that maybe I gotta go see. I don't know. I know that eventually I'm doing their Killing Voice on my Patreon when I get back to doing Patreon content. But yeah, I wanted to share this on Flashback Friday because of the idea of we've been dealing with a K-pop trend of EDM, electronic dance music. It's been just fucking infecting everything. And so the question becomes, but what about the songs that did EDM back then, like in this case, 2017? Were they ahead of their time? Should they have had this? Would this have been reacted to better? Or I mean, at least would the response from the K-pop fucking sphere, I guess is what we're gonna call it, would that have been better if it was released nowadays? I think yes. I think this feels a lot of this era K-pop more than then. Now there is definitely a mix of the two, especially when you get to those more intimate parts of not the EDM, like where they're just strumming a guitar and doing vocals. I think that is that core Akmu sound that they are known for, at least in my opinion, they are known for. But I also know that they've been branching out to a lot of that adult contemporary type of sound, very OST type of sound. It's a lot of their newer stuff, besides Lovely. Lovely is different. You can go see my reaction on that when we did that a couple years ago. I was not a big fan of Lovely, but a lot of the other stuff was very good. I liked that a lot. There was one where it was like a princess setting or a shoot, I don't remember the name of it. Hold on, I can tell you in a second. It was definitely like a princess setting of some sort. This one, what are you? Hero. Oh yeah, Hero is fucking good. Lovely. I didn't like that much. It felt like it was going and trying to plead towards the TikTok stuff, and I'm like, not that good. Ooh, now that I have them pulled up, what is that song that we did of them? Paradise of Rumors. Yeah, that's a 716 views. The one before that with Chen Hyuk, I was right about his name, is up to 1,000 views on my channel. Damn. With the one that sounded very Beatles-y. Very much like the Beatles is what I'm trying to say. Overall though, what a fun time. I love Flashback Friday recording sessions because then I can just dive into stuff I want to talk about. What am I going to talk about next? I don't know. Time to hit shuffle on my Spotify and see what happens.